Goodies in the mail today. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on a Saturday evening. 6:26 in the evening is the time. Putting away my tools. I had a big job. I probably should have videoed it, but it would have been taking most of the day. Well, I had two actual jobs I had to do. The collection of stuff here is from the switch. Remember I told you the other switch at the by the sink there that controls the garbage disposal had to be done the same thing to. Drilled out, and I used rivets to put it back this time. It was the same thing. I used some alcohol and cleaned all the ant residue from the switches and cleaned them real good. Put it back together, it works fine. So that's that, and then I got into the vacuum cleaner. It was one of them situations where it would run maybe 2-3 seconds and then quit, and then you could later on try it again. It'd do the same thing. It'd run 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, and quit. So I decided to take it apart. That was an experience that I hope I don't have to repeat for a while. So anyway, I did get that done. The funny thing about it was, here's the bad switch. It was in there, and you can see it's kind of a specialized looking switch. It basically has one of the windings from the motor, just goes in here and you clamp down on it, and then the other end's got a spade connector on it, and this fits into what do you call it, and then a rod comes up from above basically, and when it goes down it moves it over that way, and when it comes back it moves it that way, and that's pretty much all there is to it. And so I got to looking online. This thing's available on several spots. eBay I think was the cheapest, 10 something shipped. So I thought, well, hate to do that. So then I got to thinking that good old Wally had sent some switches, and lo and behold, pretty much the same switch. I mean, there's a little bit of a difference there, it's a little bit, I think a little bit thicker here, is when you look at this. It's not a lot of difference, but there is just a little bit of a difference. But anyway, this basically does exactly the same thing, and of course this is different, obviously, but this is pretty much the same spot and everything. So I thought, well, the only thing I can do is put this in and redo the back connection for that, and just solder that in. And I used one of those spade connectors on that and soldered the wire to it, and I think it's going to work just fine. I've got it all back together now. That was the fun part. Of course, after you do this, and then you discover that you didn't really need to take it all apart to get that far. So, but anyway, I'll know the next time if it happens again. I hope it doesn't, because I don't even want to go that far with it. Kylie has been here. She's been working all day too, and laundry, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning my room, my bathroom, things like that, and very grateful for that. And she's also, I'm going to put a picture of the living room. These pictures that you'll see in this picture were given to me by my daughter, oh gosh, when I had my house. This is how long ago this has been. So she gave them to me for Christmas one day, or one year, and decided she was going to come, hang them up and do this stuff. Well, so that never happened. And then when we moved here, I brought them with me, and I thought, well, maybe she'll want to do it here. She didn't want. The landlord didn't really want holes in the wall, and I thought, okay, so told Kylie, I said, if you want to put them up, put them up. So she did, and that's who did that, and I think it looks rather nice. So happy about that. And while I was working on the vacuum cleaner, she made a trip out to the mailbox, and from Southfield, Michigan. I have right here in my paws, I believe is a circuit breaker. I'm pretty sure it is. We're going to find out, but that's where it was at. So I'm assuming, you know, that's it. Plus it had the same tracking number as that one, so I cheated a little bit, I guess. But anyway, it's not a big deal. I hope I don't cut something that I'm supposed to cut. Not supposed to cut, I should say. Well, this thing's bigger than I thought it was. Yeah. Oh, it's in the envelope. There you go. Well, sure enough, there it is. 5 amp, as promised. And that does have a flat spot there. So that should correspond to the flat spot there. And it does fit in the hole. In fact, there's a little bit bigger than the hole. I thought it was supposed to be 3/8, but it doesn't look like 3/8. Maybe that's bigger than 3/8. I don't know. I thought maybe it was when I measured it, but anyway, we'll make it fit. That's not a big deal. I just want to make sure it did fit in there, and it's going to fit in there just nice. Very nice. I've already got. I don't know if you can see it. I'm doing that over there, and you guys not even seeing it. There's the ends that I made for this, and you can see this does fit right in there. Just as neat as you please. So I will be doing that today, or this evening, sometimes. Now the other stuff, I had when I got up and got my email, the informed delivery told me that I had a total of 3 packages coming today. And the one I recognized was the breaker, and the other 2 I didn't really recognize. One of them was a Hong Kong tracking number, but I didn't see any of that on my list. So on my eBay list, this I think is the other one from fries.com, I believe. We're going to order it or open it up. It's something I ordered the other day. Bob was looking at it and showed me. He sends me links for different things, and I thought, well, that's interesting. And so I thought I'll give it a try and see if it works. So wire glue. That's what that is. Electrically conductive wire glue bonds low voltage electrical connections for AC and DC. I don't know what their limit is or their low voltage. I don't know exactly what that means. Of course, I guess it will say, I hope, but I will have to read that. From what I've seen so far, I don't see any specific. Maybe you guys are seeing it on the thing. I don't know. I just see all this. I think these are mainly like transistorized type circuits. So maybe that's all it's good for. I don't know. But anyway, I thought I'd give it a try. It was only, I think, $2.98 for the for this, and then I forget what the shipping was, but it wasn't too bad. So I think it's 5 something altogether, or something like that. So, but anyway, we'll give that a shot, and that was one of the other things that had a tracking number at least. So I figure that's it. Now the rest of them are from China, and I forgot to tell you, I got a total of 6 packages. So that's 2, here's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, I'm sorry, 7. So it was a good mail day. A lot of these are from China. Pretty sure I know what this one is. It's a meter that I bought for a signal meter that Bob and I were going to build, and I bought one, like I said, for it was really cheap. It was like $2.98, something like that. So, yeah, it was really cheap. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Now the rest of the stuff I don't know. But that is the, I think this is the, no, it's not the LK. The one that they had on the, what do you call it, had an LK number. And I don't see any of these having an LK number so far. That's a UE number. Unless they assigned a number or something. I don't know why they would have done that, but UE on that one. Don't see any number at all on this one. Oh, there it is right there, LK. So this must have been the one with the tracking on it. Let's see what this one says. UE again. And the last one is UE. That must be a Chinese type tracking. So, I don't know. Let's get these, get it open, see what it is. Now, what did I do with the scissors? I just had them a second ago. I'll tell you what, I can't keep track of nothing. Anybody see what I did with the scissors? Oh, they're there. Alright. Let's see, it doesn't appear to be anything on this end. Go for this end, see what this is. Oh, it's a wire. How about that? More wire. Oh, looky there. This is one of my wires that I bid like 50 cents on. And another thing Bob kind of turned me on to, he says, hey, he says, they sell these, you know, they put a bid on them, and they started at a penny, and he says, I usually put it in 50 cents, and 9 times out of 10 you get them. So I don't know what this one went for, or how much I got it for, but yeah, it's pretty decent. I think it's like 10 foot, maybe 10 foot of wire, something like that. But that's the first one I've got of those. I've got quite a few of them coming. Like I think from 22 gauge down to 30 or 28. I can't remember which was the least. But I wanted some different types of wire that you know, I could use for all the projects I do and things like that. So that's good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about all my packages. Now these are the surprises. Well, that one was a surprise too, but you know, this could be like Christmas, figuring out what it is. It's bigger than a bread box. Nah, it's not really that big, but let's see. I think this is the end. So we'll go from there and see what we got. Oh, isn't this special? It's more of whatever that is. I think this might be my resistors. I ordered 100, I believe it was. Yeah, I think these are the 1K. I ordered 100 of each. Well, actually, it looks like both of them in the same box. So I got both of those at the same time. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's what it is. So those are 100 ohms and 1,000 ohms. Seems like I use a lot of those, and I thought, well, you know, they're pretty cheap, and I thought, oh, I might just go ahead and order 100 of each. Eventually, I kind of like to get even some more 100 packs like this, and so I'll have plenty for one to run out or anything like that. So that's good. I like that. Now I'm getting the garbage mixed up with the good stuff here. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna put the good stuff over here. Garbage over here. Alright, that's that. Now I thought maybe one of these might be the resistors, but now I'm wondering what these might be. Oh, it looks like more wire. I can feel it there. I think these might be another wire. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, looky there. It's great. Ah, it's nice. Now this was a little bit thicker, or a little more heavier diameter wire than the other, I think. But again, I think the most I paid for any one spool of this was 40-something cents. Most of them I got for like 11 cents or 26 cents or something like that. So for a quarter, you figure, you know, not bad at all. Let's see what other one I got here. This doesn't feel like it's very thick. So, came pretty quick too. I was kind of surprised. Oh yeah, these are red ones. Nice. Yeah, that's nice. So there we go. There's 3 spools of that, and I probably still have, I'd say, half dozen left out there that still need to be delivered. And those are the ones that first ones I did, I guess. Now this, like I said, I think is a meter. Pretty sure from the box size and things like that. See if I can get into this without running anything. Oh yeah. And let's see. Of course we have more tape to deal with. I think this is 0 to 50 volts, I think is what it is. Pretty sure. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be, but that's okay. Yep, 0 to 50. So that'll work for what I want it for. And it's basically going to be a signal strength meter. We do a lot of building of AM transmitters, things like that. And in fact, Bob was going to work on that today. I think he was that, or he already worked on it. I can't remember which now. But anyway, there's that. So that's all my little treasures for today. Nothing real big, but circuit breaker, that's big to me anyway. So I guess that's about it. I think this thing is droned on long enough. It's 17 minutes in. So you guys, I will make a separate video on the variac, making sure to get that in there. I can't believe that's smaller. That's much smaller than a hole, though. I kind of thought when I looked at it, it was the same size, and it said 3/8. I'm pretty sure it did. And I don't know. I guess I just looked at that wrong. I don't know. But I've got washers. I can put them in there. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. The main thing is it fits, and it'll be just fine. So that's what I was worried about. Good evening, YouTube. It's once again on a Saturday night. It's I believe 7:11 in the evening. I just finished making the mail video a few minutes ago, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and put this back together. As you can see, it is mounted right there. I think you can see that, pretty sure. Now everything else is hooked up. It's ready to go. So I think it's time we do a little test. So I'll point you over here at the variac output and see what we got. So far so good. Let's turn her up a little bit. Looky there. Works like a charm. I like it. 43 volts. Alright, that's working. Back to working condition. Now let me show you this with it on. You can see the power of the pilot light there. That's for Bill. He didn't think there was one on there, but there is. It's a fairly visible pilot light. I mean, it's easy enough to see. So anywho, that's that. Didn't really mean to make much else for this. Cleaned off my bench a little bit, and I've still got to put up the soldering station here. That's got to go up there, and I think most of the bolts are in there, I hope, because I don't know where they went if they're not. But had no problem finding a washer and everything for that. That was easy enough to do. I put a nut there and a washer, and then on the back side there's a nut and one of those star washers. So it should work out good, I think. I hope. And like I said, much easier to tap that right there than it is to replace a fuse. So that's that. I think I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I think I'm going to take a break. I haven't been in here working since I did the mail thing. And I worked all day on the vacuum cleaner, and my hands are, they get from turning screwdrivers and everything, it just, they get real, the muscles get like they want to, you know, freeze up or whatever, spasm or whatever you want to call it. Anywho, that's that. So you guys have a pleasant evening. This is a short one, I know, but next time you see all this up here, it'll be back together and everything. So you guys have a pleasant evening. Thanks for watching, and we will see you.